Hello little dreamers and grown-ups too. Time for some sleepy breaths. Smell the strawberries. Blow the dandelions. Ready for some stories? Great. Benny and the Windchime Lullaby. One gentle night, beneath a velvet sky alive with fluttering stars, Benny, Pip and Ron wandered high above the rooftops, following a secret tune only felt in the heart. A friendly wind carried them to a hidden valley glowing with moonbeams, where hundreds of shimmering wind chimes hung from invisible threads, some sparkling like droplets, some shaped like tiny stars, others turning like spun glass petals. Each chime held the colour and sound of a half-remembered dream. Notes of laughter, memory, of wonder. When the wind stirred, the valley became an orchestra of glimmers and glows, plucking out melodies that swept and soared through the cool air. Benny stretched out a paw, touching a delicate bell that shimmered like morning dew. A bright, drifting note chimed out, weaving around them in gentle circles. Pip spun beneath the dancing chimes, her paws skipping shadows across the moonlit moss, while Ron floated among the higher notes, setting some to chime with the tip of his tail. The music changed the world around them. Each wind chime released a different mood. One made the ferns ripple with giggles. Another sent soft sparkles over sleeping bunnies in their burrows. And the tiniest bell promised a secret dream for anyone listening quietly enough. Pip made a silent wish, tucking it in a hollow bell, sending it spinning upwards with a hopeful shake. Little by little, the wind drifted away, and the chime slowed to a hush. Benny found a patch of soft silvery grass beneath a bowing willow. Pip curled beside him, Ron resting above, the last notes trembling on the night's breath. In that moment, it felt as if every hope in the valley hovered, weightless, gently waiting for dawn. The valley glowed with quiet stillness. The friends' dreams lifted with the final silvery echoes, carried high above with the promise of new stories to return on the next breeze. The end. Benny and the Garden of Tomorrow and Yesterday. One night, Benny, Pip and Ron floated into the Garden of Tomorrow and Yesterday, a land that exists beyond clocks, where time itself blooms. Here, moments grew on vines. Some were tiny, bright green, and not yet happened. Others gentle and golden, carrying the warmth of days long past. Petals shimmered with memories both lived and imagined. Footsteps echoed forward and backward in the same breath. Shadows of tomorrow's laughter mingled with the gentle, familiar hush of years gone by. The air sparkled with possibilities. a path branching into a soft mist of maybes, another curling back in looping spirals of was. Benny wandered softly between the thyme flowers, pausing to feel the tickle of a second just beginning and the glow of an hour already loved. Pip leapt from root to root, trailing little comet tails of hope and wonder. Ron drifted quietly above it all, gathering and weaving moments together into a sleepy haze. The garden pulsed and changed with every heartbeat. Memories grew brighter, faded, returned, transformed, each carrying the gentle weight of all that ever was and might be. Soft winds shifted, carrying scents of old stories and hints of dreams still waiting. Finally, in the heart of the garden, the friends settled among soft moss woven from half-remembered days and bright fluttering hopes. The air slowed, time grew sleepy, and even possibilities itself curled up to rest, content to let tonight's dreams wander wherever they wished. The end. Benny and the Keeper of Lost Yawns. Tonight, drifting gently above a midnight blue sea, Benny, Pip and Ron discovered a peculiar sight. A tiny, star-speckled boat, piloted by a most whimsical companion, the Keeper of Lost Yawns. She was shaped like a sleepy hedgehog, wrapped in a muffler of drowsy clouds, her eyes half closed, smile soft as fog. In her boat, yawns of all shapes and sizes flitted about, some round and golden, others delicate as feathers or long and sighing, all gathered from dreamers who forgot to finish their bedtime rituals. The Keeper sailed the star currents, finding loose yawns and tucking them into little velvet pouches, humming ancient lullabies to keep them gentle. Benny floated close and watched as she released the yawns back into the world, one for a tired fox in a distant field, another for a yawning kitten curled on warm laundry, and dozens drifting toward children who needed just a nudge into dreamland. Everywhere the Keeper went, the world grew calmer. Even Ron's fluff softened, heavy with sleepiness. Pip let out a tiny yawn. Which the Keeper caught in her palm, dusted with moonlight, and sent back, now shimmering with a brand new tail. Quietly, Benny and friends watched her sail fade into a sea of stars, trailing a wave of soft, contagious yawns that shushed the world into gentle rest. The end. Benny and the Dreamer's Grove. One night, Benny, Pip and Ron soared on a hush of violet wind into dreamland, where the sky shimmered above rolling hills and the leaves swayed in secret patterns. All around, great willows arched over pools of light, each leaf shimmering with moments quietly remembered. In the heart of the grove, a silvery guitar rose from a mossy mound, its strings sparkling with dew and starlight. The breeze stroked the strings, setting loose a melody that curled through the air, gentle as breath and sweet as dawn. With every note, scraps of memory pulse softly among the trees. Echoes of laughter, sunlit days, hugs at twilight, and voices humming songs half remembered. Benny padded quietly across the grass, his paws cool and certain. Pip nestled beside a root that glowed faint gold, soaking in the warmth of invisible stories. Ron drifted between branches, trailing faint echoes of old lullabies the guitar had played for him alone. Here, memories didn't fade. They wandered and sparkled like fireflies, carried from dreamer to dreamer as they slept. Some drifted low, brushing across Benny's nose, scenting the air with chocolate biscuits or the hush of falling snow. Others darted high above, leaping from treetop to star, bright as fleeting wishes. As the night deepened, the music slowed and softened, each chord a gentle wave on the breeze. The friends lingered until the tune thinned to a shimmer, and the sky's violet blush started to pale. No one spoke. The hush was full of meaning. When the guitar finally quieted, Benny, Pip and Ron found a patch of cool moss beneath the willows and gazed upward as memory shimmered and spun, playful in the early morning air. And so, beneath purple skies and rustling leaves, their dreams carried them forward, guided by music that never truly ended. The end. Good night, little dreamers.